I'm fascinated. You guys know about this Texas shooting, another school shooting. Fucking look at this superstar.
Jesus Christ.
And that guy's a fucking superstar.
That is a young fucking... These kids are so goddamn young.
It's so crazy. You think that guy owns a samurai sword?
He needs more...
What are the chances?
Not enough length in the back for that to be a card-carrying samurai sword boy. He needs more of a mullet.
That prison jumpsuit is very Naruto. I think he looks good in it.
Yeah, he does not look...
Get his ass a headband and he'll be full roleplay. Okay. There was another shooting this morning, by the way.
Yeah.
Another fucking shooting. This time, he was a 7th grader. He was 12 years old, dude.
Yeah.
Well, this is the guy that stopped him. Look at this monster. But
holy shit.
I'm going to talk more about what this hero did. But first, I feel like everybody's talking about how do we stop this? It's clearly gone on. It's happening every fucking week. It trips me out. When we were kids, I didn't think about somebody rolling up at my school with a gun.
Yeah.
And I feel like the experience of kids in public school these days is that they're not just expecting it, they're waiting for it to happen.
Right. I never had any kind of drill.
Never a drill.
Like that.
No metal detectors.
Yeah. There's like people shooting off blanks in school hallways just to get kids ready.
Are you serious?
Like, I saw a video of one doing that, so this might be a little... No, like they bring in a trained officer or something like that.
That is so twisted.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, there's this raging debate. Is it guns? Is it mental health? And I'm always thinking, like, what? Like, well, first of all, it feels like we're not doing anything. Like, a lot of people are like, let's ban guns. And then everyone else is like, let's not ban guns. And ultimately, everyone screams at each other. But still, now, after this happening for so long, nothing's happening. And I'm starting to think that, I mean, the availability of guns is definitely a problem, although one that I'm not sure how to tackle. But I actually think that there's more potent issues than guns. One being is just basically how the media fetishizes all these school shooters. Like, every time it happens, they treat these kids like they have put them on, like, the top scoreboard. It's like, you got 10.
Why'd he do it?
Why?
That's always the question. Why'd he do it?
Who is he? Let's get pictures of him.
Yeah. What did his Facebook page say?
Tell me everything. And it's true. Like, for a whole week, for a whole news cycle, it's like every detail into this person's life.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he got 10? That's pretty good. But, Columbine had like 50. That's the high score currently. That was a really great try. Right. You made a valiant, effort to top the scoreboard for us. 10, pretty good. Mediocre school shooting.
Well, how do you combat that?
I think the media needs to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't show pictures. Don't show names. Don't talk about them like I'm doing now. But I'm making fun. The guy looks like,
I apologize for actually putting that up. I meant to scroll down to the...
That wasn't my fault. Dan's on the scroll, but it's fine. I do want to see his face because he's a goofy looking fuck. Yeah. But like, well, we're making fun of him, but I'm talking about like the established media.
Right. They
romanticize him.
Well, because people click it. They want to see it. The news has always just been like...
Yeah, they're just feeding...
Oh, you want the meat? We have the meat. We are the meat makers.
It's kind of related in a way to what I'm talking about with YouTube, like almighty watch time. But what they're after is the almighty click, right? And they don't care. They don't analyze at what cost we pay. They pay. We as a society pay to get all those clicks.
It's also the amount of reporters who show up like the day of... like, I'll bet you right now there's a shitload of, like, news vans parked outside the school where this just happened, trying to interview, like, parents and kids.
The circus.
It's fucking insane.
You know what? I've talked about it before, but it's worth mentioning again. The really awful one in Vegas that happened.
Yeah.
There was so many commercials during the live report. Right. Like, they just don't fucking even acknowledge or care.
Yeah.
They're rolling Dr. Pepper ads. I took pictures of it on my phone because I was so shocked. During a live report.
They're on the call with the doctor.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, reports are in that he was enjoying a nice, refreshing Dr. Pepper right before he went in there, guns blazing.
This catastrophe reporting brought to you by Dr. Pepper.
This school shooting brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's peppery.
Have a fresh one. Get excited with a Coca-Cola and shoot up your school.
Yeah. By the way, you got shot? Hey, what happened? Don't take him in the ambulance yet. I want to interview this guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's not far.
It's just a
from the
leg
truth.
wound. He's fine.
This, excuse me, young man, you appear to be bleeding. Here, have a sip of this nice Coca-Cola to get you through it.
Oh shit! Now this chair's
The,
squeaking.
the official beverage of school shooting.
It is pretty ridiculous.
But
There's the one in Texas. There's like videos of like these kids are giving like quotes and shit. But it's the reporter, and then if you look, there's a fucking shitload of reporters all like, oh, get that.
Yeah,
Just vultures, man.
absolutely. And they don't think about it. They don't understand the consequence
Yeah.
of making money that way.
Do you think people like within the world of journalists are like, hey man, love the way you reported that?
Dude, you
That school
covered
shooting.
that school shooting so good.
How did you get those kids out of the ambulance so you could interview them?
Dude, that kid was basically, he was bleeding to death.
Yeah.
And the way that you got that extra little interview out of him was spectacular.
Who does your camera work?
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I'm getting job offers from everybody. Everybody wants me.
They get
Dr.
secret-
Pepper wants me
yeah.
for their new spot.
They should give out like catastrophe Pulitzers.
Right.
Where it's like after a massacre, it's just like who reported it the best? Who got the most people paused from going into the ambulance so they could interview them?
How disruptive to triage. So I think, first of all, that's in my opinion the biggest problem, because it enters unconsciously people's minds. These disgruntled kids,
Yeah.
which have always existed. Let's not act like mental illness is a new thing. This has always existed. But people are manifesting it in this way. They have this idea like, oh, I'm going to shoot up a school because of the way that the media fetishizes it. You become an anti-hero,
Yeah.
right? And there's people that like really fetishize, like girls are, like I've heard writing love letters to like this school shooter and shit.
That shit'll never make sense
You
to
know.
me. That is so bizarre.
It is bizarre. I mean, Charles
Imagine
Manson
catching
got
your
married
kid.
in prison.
What the fuck?
Because it's like he's an anti-rock star. You know, he was in the news. He's in the
Yeah.
media. Everybody's talking about him.
a good
He's
point.
the most famous guy in the world. Don't show the picture. Don't talk about him. I don't fucking care. They act like oh, he's a hero. I want to dissect every part of his life. Like he's not that interesting. He's
Yeah.
just he's a loser.
I just like the way the human mind works. I want to get to the bottom of it and figure out. Oh, he got bullied.
That's it.
Oh, that's. Oh,
Which
okay.
isn't Which
He got bullied. He took his dad's gun.
they're not interesting people. They're fucking losers.
They're kids too.
They
They're like
just need help.
how. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your mind is a lot more fragile when you're younger.
That's-
But
so
you can rebound just as well.
That's the other aspect that I think is fucked up. The media is making it so much worse. I think that it should be illegal, honestly, to talk about this shit.
Used to just
the
be
level
frowned
we do.
upon.
Just report that it happened.
Yeah.
I think it should be straight up illegal to fucking fetishize these school shooters. The next part is what you touched on, is that I think that kids are under way too much fucking pressure.
Yeah, we're making kids grow up real fast these days. Maybe that's just me being an old man.
Well,
and looking
thinking
at what's
about
going on.
when I think back to my experience in high school, when you're there, everything feels deadly serious.
Yeah.
Your relationships, your grades, what college am I going to go into? Everything feels like this is my life and it's deadly serious. But now, looking back on that, I realize how little that shit mattered at all.
Right.
Right. And kids, they get so fucking stressed out because they're just kids. They're underslept. They don't have enough sleep. They're working too hard.
Yeah, what is
You
that?
remember when you were in high school, you waking up at like 7, 6 a.m.
Yeah,
every
fuck
morning?
that.
I can't do that as an adult.
Me
Like,
either.
Can you imagine waking
No.
If I wake up at 6 a.m., it ruins my whole fucking week.
I had to sleep under this table last night just so I could make it to this podcast.
I know,
on time.
man. It was
It
brutal.
was insane. It was cool though. Shredder kept me company.
Yeah.
He's not nibbling on my face. I was so sleep deprived in high school. There were so many days where I just didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Where I'd be up and it was all of a sudden 2 a.m.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh fuck, I got homework.
Or like 5 hours or something like that. But
Yeah.
kids need sleep more than anyone else because their brains are developing.
I don't get where this whole 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. start time for school is coming from.
I think they're just trying, like, I get it. They're trying to prepare you for, like, the workforce.
They want them out in time for lunch.
Right.
Like, don't you leave high school like 2?
Yeah, 2 or 3, but
The fuck?
work ends at 5, so
Yeah.
get them in there at 11, 12,
I mean, even work is called 9 to 5,
9 to 5.
not 7:30 to 2.
Well, I guess part of it is probably that it's more convenient for parents. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but whatever it is, well, and like teachers are giving kids so much homework, like all this college prep. Like I remember, I worked harder in high school than I did in college. Things felt way more serious back then. You had a ton of fucking homework, a ton of expectations. You've got like guidance counselors down your ass.
Yeah, and I still dropped out of college. Didn't work on
make
me.
it through?
Nah. Got the fuck out of there.
But college is more special in that you're on your own.
Right.
You get to make your own value judgment about how serious it is.
Yeah, I just couldn't wake up early enough.
No,
It was just-
classes are tough, man.
Yeah.
Waking up's the hardest one. But my point is that I think that ultimately, if kids realized more that this is an insignificant part of their life, that it's not that serious,
Right.
that they don't need to be that stressed out about how successful their social life is, or if they fucking girls or whatever stupid shit. Like, your life completely changes
Yeah.
after high school. You know that life is really insignificant. And I think that instead of piling on all the pressure to these kids, we need to take some of the pressure off and let them know that there's a whole new life after high school.
I wonder where the cycle on that starts too, because we're putting a lot of pressure on kids with like testing and all that stuff. But a lot of that is because teachers are getting fucked if they don't keep their kids' grades.
It's systematic.
Yeah, it starts above the teachers' heads with people being like, if you don't
Completely.
get your kids' grades within this range, you're fired, or you're just not getting the raise you
Yeah,
wanted,
you're not
or
getting a raise. Whatever.
something like that. And
It's-
teachers already get paid dog shit.
Yeah.
So
It's a breeding ground of stress because, like you just said, the teachers are underpaid and they're stressed, and
Yeah.
they're under a lot of stress.
now they got to worry about like fucking gunfire
Right, let's
breaking
arm
out.
them. Now they have to be prepared to put their life on the line with
Yeah.
armed conflict.
This guy's teaching science or whatever.
That guy could crush a skull with his bare hand.
God, I wish there was footage. With this, have we gotten into
No,
this guy?
I'm gonna get into the details of this guy's heroism in a moment. But until then, enjoy this cartoon
Yeah.
character-esque looking gladiator.
Good God, I bet that guy gives great hugs. Can you imagine a hug from that?
Oh, he hugged someone real hard. To death, possibly.
I want to see it.
I think kids are under too much fucking pressure. It doesn't
Definitely.
matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. When I have kids, you always get to fantasize about what of a great parent you'll be, even though you'll suck. But it's like,
Right.
when I have kids, just listen, do good, try hard, but just realize this doesn't matter. Because, like, for example, the kid that shot up his school, he was bullied.
Mm-hmm.
But in your mind, you're like, nobody likes me. Girls don't like me. I'm getting picked on. My life is over. I have no
Yeah.
prospects. You hear about kids in school killing themselves because they're like, my life is over. Nobody fucking cares about high school.
Yeah, you get to hit the reset button on everything about you
Move
when you
to
leave
a new
high school.
place. Just go.
You can call yourself a different name if you want. Like you'll
Exactly.
very likely not see these people again for a long time, or
That's-
just every Christmas when you come home.
That's right. Or not.
And even then, you get to pick who you want to see.
Exactly. Maybe you'll run into them at Ralph's, but you can not even talk to them.
Yeah, and maybe they'll be the checkout guy.
They'll be the checkout
and,
guy.
and
Spit in
you've
their
got a
face.
3.8 GPA in college, and you're like, wow, I'm really glad I didn't shoot this guy.
Oh yeah. Yikes.
But yeah, it all. that was the limit.
No, I just didn't expect it. I didn't expect to be like, hey, I'm back home for Christmas.
Yeah.
My bully's checking bags. I'm really glad I didn't murder him
Glad I didn't shoot this guy.
because he's living in misery. and
Science
hell.
teacher would have.
You know what
beat me up.
else? You know what else I think? When I was a kid, and even back more, I feel like the school shooting increase has gone up in direct correlation to how much people are coddling their kids. Kids used to fucking fight. They used to scrap. They used to give each other shit. But you're a kid. You're getting out aggression and confusion. You're going through puberty. You have all this shit going on in your life. Like, look at dogs at the park, puppies. Puppies are just like kids. They scrap. They fight. They play.
Yeah.
You don't punish a dog, or in fact, you want to let them fight. You want to let them learn how to interact. And like kids, if they get in a fight, or if they get in a confrontation with a kid, it's like you're suspended. Your parents are like,
Yeah, what
fuck,
is that?
and how the parents come down on them hard. They'll literally expel a kid for fighting.
That's fucking insane.
Just gone.
I think my high school had a zero tolerance policy for fighting, where like if you walked up and punched a kid, you both get expelled or
the-
suspended.
No,
or
that was the
something like
cute part. I had that too. If you get attacked,
Yeah,
and
if you get
defend
attacked,
yourself,
so you could really ruin someone's day
Yeah.
by punching them in the face and getting them
expel
suspended.
you punch them into expulsion.
Yeah, and you're suspended.
Right. But like seriously, there's a direct correlation here.
Yeah.
Kids need to scrap.
Your kids out there, your minds are fragile.
Throw a punch.
Just
man.
just
But seriously, would you rather get in a fight or someone come up with bottled rage and
Yeah.
shoot up the school?
I mean, I'm not a fighter. The only fight I've ever been in was in elementary school, but it felt good. I got it out of me. And I went home and I felt real bad about it. And I was like,
You feel
"Ooh."
guilty.
Yeah, I felt guilty. And my parents were like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, can't do
That's
that.
a bad thing to
You're
do.
a little kid. Yeah. Don't be like this.
Right. I used to fight a lot in elementary school.
Yeah. It was easy. These
That was
kids,
it,
they
though.
just want to.
But like it's important. It's part of
Yeah.
if somebody's bullying you, you should be able to throw a fucking punch.
You're building neural pathways to find right and wrong.
That's right.
And if you coddle the kid too much, they're not going to have any impression of what they should do on their own.
and there's no outlet. Imagine you're this kid, you're bullied, you are coddled, you have no outlet for your aggression,
Yeah.
and your dad has got a gun. And you hearing about the media's like, this guy got 23 confirmed kills. The second deadliest school shooting.
Yeah.
I wonder who will top it next.
Keep it posted. It's like
Keep us posted.
It's like the Top Gear, that show Top Gear has the best race times.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. It's a
Yeah.
leaderboard.
Who's going to beat Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We need like we need a what do you call that? When you have a draft a sports team?
fantasy.
We need a fantasy school shooting league.
fantasy school shootings.
Well, let's just call it like it is, guys. That's where we're headed. Let's take some bets.
It is pretty reprehensible just to like, because when I see the headline, I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'll like look at the comments and be like, God damn, like,
You know
oh
what?
damn,
There was a school shooting this morning. I go to the New York Times because I'm trying to find any newspaper with an update. It's not even on the front page.
wasn't that what you want? In a way,
That's true. That is what I want.
Do you think that that's what they did, or were they just like,
Well, what I saw that as a symptom of was that we're so desensitized because nobody died.
yeah?
They're like, well, nobody died. It's not really a scoop. There'll be a better one next week.
Oh man, if that's, I'm pretty optimistic, but I think you're onto something.
I'm almost
Anybody
there.
die? No.
A couple of shots were fired. Someone got
Yeah.
injured. Nobody died. There'll be a better one next week.
Wait, show me the picture of the guy who stopped it again. Oh, now we got a story.
Yeah.
Look at this beefcake.
No, it's seriously, it's a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
All I know is that I don't see anybody. I see a lot of people talking, and I don't see anybody. Fucking LaCroix. I don't see anybody actually making any. I don't give a fuck at this point what it is. If we're changing school hours, if we're loosening pressure, if we're allowing fighting, like fucking battle royale. All right, kids, go get them.
That'd be great.
Or if we're banning guns.
Yeah.
I don't see anything happening. There's something clearly very wrong, and it's time to do something about it.
It happens way too often, and it seems to be a pretty common thread that the kids are just grabbing their parents' guns. So I would start there and try to make sure parents are much more responsible with their weapons.
So this kid who we're talking about in Texas who killed 10 people, his dad went on the news, and he said, don't think of my son as a criminal. He's a sweet kid. He was bullied in school. He's the victim. Says the dad who the kid took his dad's guns,
Yeah.
did the shooting on.
Yeah.
Do we have a clip of that, Dan? Do you have any media about that?
That would be a good use of the NRA to like.
The media we have has the picture of the kid.
Okay.
We don't need to show him again.
Yeah, Google it.
That piece of crap. See if I can find anything on his dad.
But anyway, the dad, that's so rich. Like, bro,
Yeah, don't be that guy.
first of all, yeah, we need to look at the parents. You had weapons that your kid was able to access that easily,
Right.
right under your fucking nose, and go kill people. Maybe your son was the victim, but then that makes you're liable.
Yeah, don't.
Start punishing the parents. Let's start there. Throw his ass in prison.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
People would lose their minds if that happened, though. Like, I don't know. People get so fucking pissed off when you bring up guns. People are like, no! Like, I just said the word, man. No! It just seems to be how the conversation always goes.
Yeah.
But if like the NRA...
Well, okay, keep your guns.
Yeah.
Keep your fucking guns. But I'm just saying, if somebody uses your guns, your children, to kill people, then you killed those people.
Yeah, look into how the kid got the gun. If the kid just took it off above the fireplace, like that's not very responsible to have
It's
that
criminal.
around.
In my opinion, keep the guns. Keep the
Yeah.
AR-15s. I don't fucking care. I don't care about gun control.
If the kid like knocked you out and then took your key and then unlocked it and shit,
That's
be
a
like,
little-
well, I kind of, I did everything I could. My kid's just
Hide
a
the
little
key.
asshole.
Why are you walking around with the key on you?
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
There's no excuse. Keep the guns. But if your kids use it to kill people, then you're going to prison in
Yeah.
their place.
We got to educate fucking parents about how not to give their guns to their children.
Well, and they're going to know their ass is on the line.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. When you have a gun in your house, you're like, oh, I don't want an accident to happen. But now we got to be like, oh, I don't want my kids to take these and kill people
Right.
at school with it.
Yeah, maybe like show a kid a bunch of college movies and be like, look, kid, you just got to make it to here.
Yeah.
Here, check out
Someone's going to suck your dick the first
Yeah.
week. I guarantee it.
what's a good college movie? What are the old ones?
You know,
fucking Belushi.
Yeah.
Animal House.
Animal House.
Watch
show
it,
show
son.
your kid Animal House. Let him know that shit's gonna get real cool
You were
later on.
You know what's funny? I was a virgin in high school, and I fucked like the first week of college.
Really?
I'm just saying, it's real.
There you go, guys. That's all you need to hear. You mad because you're not getting
Never
laid in
had
high school.
sex.
No one gets laid in high
Fucked
school.
the first week of college. She was hot too.
My man.
I'm just saying. The dream is real.
Yeah. Oh, but cool your jets, everybody. No,
Just saying.
quit shooting each other. First week of college, you're gonna get laid.
That's not a bad message.
Yeah.
That's not a bad message.
As bad as it is now, because high school, all of my most depressing, embarrassing moments that like make my eyes pop open at night,
Right.
a lot of them, the majority of them, are from high school.
Right.
Nothing was ever as embarrassing later in life as it was as a high school student
right.
because your fucking hormones are flying everywhere. You don't really know how to be a social creature if
And
you're,
you're underslept.
unless you're like a football
Overstressed.
star. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you're just trying to have a normal life and figure out what you're going to grow to become.
Right.
And
I mean, it's so unusual for a child to grow up that way in that like extreme of conditions. Like, I mean, naturally, a kid would just grow up and learn some trade from the parents, work the farm or whatever.
yeah.
But like, it's so complicated.
Oh, here's your gopher gun. Well, you getting bullied? All right.
Go for a gun.
Get the gopher gun. Yeah, on a farm shooting the gophers.
Right.
Just fires crossbows.
You get it out. Yeah, killing animals not exactly a good alternative. either.
Well, gophers,
Gophers are good.
they could ruin a crop.
All right. So this fucking, what do you even call that? He's like a meat sandwich. Get a
Somebody in
load
the
of
chat
this
said
guy.
he looks like the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Dude,
He
this guy-
does,
So
yeah.
what happened was this 12-year-old. How the fuck does a 12-year-old shoot up a school? But anyway, a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He gets pegged in the face.
He
with
gets
a
pegged in the
basketball.
face.
Well, the 12-year-old shot this guy 3 times as he was trying to
God
take
damn.
him out. Oh, Shredder, you all right? Jesus. Down the wrong pipe.
It's that.
There's coughing. You okay, buddy? All right, he's fine.
Say it to the mic shredder.
I think he choked on the water.
I do that too.
Poor guy. God, he's so cute. All right, this guy, he got shot 3 times. This little piece of shit in his class pulls out 2 handguns that he got from his parents,
Yeah.
starts shooting up the school. This guy has a basketball in hand. This monster. First of all, remove the gun and imagine as a monster, a huge guy like this, taking a basketball and just fucking slamming it into a kid's face as hard as you can.
Yeah, he
Love it.
didn't even see the guns.
He's just like, I don't like this kid.
Oh, this little shit.
He's like, oh, he's shooting people?
Finally,
Oh
an
my
excuse.
Kid had a gun.
So this guy got shot 3 times, but he beamed him in the face as hard as he. That's the only time in life, as an adult, you get to throw a basketball at a child's face as hard as you can.
Yeah,
That's
usually
gotta
you
feel
have to
good.
make it look like an accident.
It's gotta feel.
This is the
really
first
good.
time you can like,
Yeah.
you get the news covers it and calls you a
Right.
hero.
He's like, dude, felt really good.
Yeah.
Hit
How'd you
that
become a hero? Oh, I smashed a kid in the face with a basketball.
Yeah.
Full force.
kid. Can you imagine his feet must have gone up, just slammed against the wall.
Yeah. The only
Like
thing
you were
that could
saying,
have made
the
it
half
better.
shots, like
Yeah.
you've seen these half shots where the kid gets beamed in the head and they're just like,
Right. It's just always some little kid running around behind the fucking basketball net,
I love the image
and
of
just
this
gets
kid getting
clobbered.
fatally destroyed.
What could have made it better was if the basketball went into a net after that.
Right.
Like
a
it
little Dude
bounces
Perfect.
off the kid's head right into a
That'd
basketball
be a fun
net.
Dude Perfect video.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You know Dude Perfect? They do like trick shots.
Oh,
Like slamming
okay.
a 12-year-old
Yeah.
in the face and then into a
Yeah.
perfect swoosh.
Well, now they've got the impetus to do that
Right.
that bit.
Dude Perfect needs to be trolling our schools and keeping
Yeah,
us
get
safe.
some Team 10 fans.
Well, anyway, so this guy's a fucking hero. He slammed him in the face and took him down. He got shot 3 times, and this guy's a goddamn hero.
That's a great picture of him too. 'Cause it's like, no one's ever gonna see this picture of me.
Look at that bicep, man. Fuck, that can throw a base. Oh my god, a basketball.
Yeah, imagine like I'm guessing this guy's hand is probably the size of the basketball, so
Yeah.
like it didn't even slip. He just
no.
palmed it.
Yeah, he palmed it. He definitely palmed it.
yeah.